So as you all know, we've been working on the 65 for a while. We've had some issues. I've talked about it many times before. It's a misfire that I thought we fixed 2 or 3 different times along the way. For whatever reason, it keeps coming back. So it's either going to be well, before I go any further, let me tell you what I did last time. So I think I fixed it by putting a new coil on the car. I think this will be the second one that I put on. So hopefully that's the problem. We've changed distributors and everything else in it, but essentially what the car would do, which sometimes whenever you would fire it up, it would immediately have a misfire or skip. And sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it would start up fine and you would get going down the road, driving it normal, like under a load, and it would pow, 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 pow. Do that. I put a fuel pressure regulator on it because we were a little high on fuel pressure. I have one of the Summit fuel pumps that's like a 7 PSI pump. So I went ahead and put a regulator on it and got it down to 5.5. Here's the funny thing about this car. When I did that, the car did fine. We were like, okay, well that was it. That fixed the problem. And then like 2 days later, it does it again. So it's either gonna be some setting in the Terminator X that is causing an issue, or it was this coil that I replaced. So with that being said, what do you say? Let's go drive the car. It's actually not that loud in the car. With the windows up, I never have the windows up in the car. I'm sure a lot of you wonder what it is that we can monitor with a Terminator X on a carbureted car. Well, here's just some of the things that we're monitoring: our timing, AFR, KPA, which is essentially vacuum as well. Manifold, that doesn't work. Your battery voltage, and also your oil pressure, but it's not on this setting right here. Something else I want to talk to you guys about is this Anderson N91 camshaft and how streetable it is. So what I want you guys to do is pay attention to the car and how it reacts and performs. I can hear a misfire already. I hear a cylinder that's down. Definitely. Yep. You can hear it, I hope. Could be a cylinder that's leaking, maybe a valve guide that's leaking oil and it's sitting on top of that spark plug, fouling it out. I'm not sure. Okay, so now it's back running good again. See what I'm saying? It's like it needs to clean the plugs off. From what I can tell right now, it's doing okay. See, it's running good now. So it only does it typically when it sits up for a few days. So either we have a carburetor that's trying to leak, or maybe we have a valve guide seal or a valve guide that is dripping maybe some oil. something like that. And maybe it's just coating the plug. I'm not sure what the deal is. But while we're here, one of the things that I do want to talk about is this camshaft. So like I said before, this is an Anderson N91 camshaft. And as you can see, I mean, it's really streetable. I'll drive it a little slower for you guys and kind of ease around. Yes, it will kind of buck with you a little, but it's not very bad at all. And to be honest with you, I think it's a great cam for the street if you're looking to kind of push the envelope a little bit with a true street car and cam. Here's what you need to know though. You need at least a 373 gear, bare minimum. 410 works a lot better. All right, so what I want to do now is show you how this cam performs in normal everyday driving. Pretty good, right? This is third gear, just chilling. This car does have 410 gears in it. Takes off great, no issues. So anything below about 2100, you'll start to hear the cam a little bit. We're about 2200 now and it's doing great. Here's fourth gear at 1800. Not bad. All right, second gear. Third gear in the neighborhood. You have to watch it because it will, there you go, it will buck. But if you work the clutch just a little bit, no problems. Third gear, probably 20 miles an hour. Now, if you drive it every day, you won't ever notice this, but I guess it's not a problem with the Terminator X. That's a good thing. I really want to talk about this Anderson N91 because I've not really spoken on it much since we put the cam in the car. I've had a lot of people ask, hey man, do you think that would be a good street cam for me? Well, it really depends. Here's what I'll say when it comes to the N91. You really need to want a hot rod. You know what I mean? Like you want to have something that's a little risque, a little on the edge of being streetable for the N91. Not that it's that massive of a cam, but it does have a decent amount of duration. The N91, guys, if you want a cam that'll push the limits of a street setup, and I mean a true street setup, then this may be the one for you. I understand people run solid rollers on the street, big 600 plus lift cams. I understand that. What I mean is true street car to where it doesn't really aggravate you much to drive it. This will make for a little bit of aggravation, but not that much at all. So remind you guys what this setup is. It's about a 9.8 to 1 347 with the Anderson N91 carbureted, 11R 205cc heads, TKX transmission, 410 gears. So the question that everybody wants to know, will the Anderson N91 work on my stock bottom end with stock heads? No. Will it work with aftermarket heads on a stock bottom end 302? No, don't do that. You're gonna need fly cuts. You're gonna need your pistons either to be aftermarket or fly cut bigger and deeper than a factory piston to run a cam like this. So if you got aftermarket pistons, this might be the one for you. Just always check piston and valve clearance just to make sure. Very good cam so far. I've been extremely happy with this. This car turns to 7,200 RPM before you can bat your eye. And it's nothing special. It's just a 347 with a cam. That's it. All right, before we wrap this video up, tell me why you think the car does what it does. Post it down below. Maybe post your experiences and what your problem was. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching. All right, for those of you that hung around, I'm gonna give you a little bit of information here. The 73 F100 should be coming within the next couple of weeks, maybe something like that. And I wanna know what you guys wanna see in that truck. Give me an engine setup, realistic, probably not gonna be a Coyote or a Godzilla or something like that, but I guess where I'm going with this, What kind of engine would you like to see in this truck? Would you like to keep it FE, or would you like to go Windsor based? Either 302, 351 based. Just saying, we do have a little something sitting over here that could be used. I don't know. You guys tell me.